ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. That track right there by Rich Brian, that's that cold right there. If y'all gonna like, if this album is something or anything like that, I already said it in my yellow video. I promise you, this album is going to be fire. You know, Rich Chigga, Asian sensation from the '88 Rising, out here thriving. Nigga boy got bars, you know what I'm saying? Don't fuck around, let Dev be a rapper. Don't fuck around, let Dev be a rapper. But Rich Brian, previously known as Rich Chigga, has released a new album titled The Sailor. A lot of you guys are really hyping it up, man, saying it's been pretty fire. You guys are loving this shit. So I don't really know what to expect, because after I listened to Yellow, it was definitely something different. We had a lot of singing from Rich Brian. It was just a different feeling than what I got from his previous work. I'm loving the evolution of Rich Brian as well. Not even the name change, but just the fact that he's like trying to experiment in new music. Imagine, like, this is the Indonesian kid making that stick, right? Like, I don't give a fuck at that. That's still my shit though. But then going from that stick to going to Yellow, like the transition from that is crazy. Still young, man. I believe Rich Brian's about 20 years old. So definitely, man, big ups to what Rich Brian is trying to do out here for music, for rap. I don't look at skin color, so that's another thing. I don't look at skin color, and I kind of think that's what Yellow kind of spoke on a lot too, because I don't really, you know, a lot of people hear him, you know, he has a very distinct voice, it's very deep, but then when you look at him, it just, you know, this is this Asian kid. Me, myself, being half Asian, that's why I support 88 Rising. Y'all already showed me Joji, you know what I'm saying, Chris Wu, you know, like, you got Rich Brian, you know, they definitely got some hitters coming out of 88 Rise, and I'm definitely loving what they doing for the movement for the Asian community. So with that being said, man, I don't want to do too much talking, man. Like always, been fucking talking too much, man. We got Rich Brian, The Sailor, 12 tracks. Let's get right into this, man. Y'all ready? Hey, I know y'all see me right now. I got the Doge shirt on, you know, I'm nigga Doge out here. You know, y'all know about Doge. I don't know what to tell y'all. Alright, track 1 is The Sailor.
When you spend your nights in the West End, I didn't know that snakes come in the form of a best friend. Who you faking for? You ready for your lights, camera, act. When I pull my phone out, I adore ya. You're making me mad. Bad energy, man, where my Palo Santo at? Told her don't fuck me cause it's jetted over to the corner store. Picked up some bubblegum, some passion fruit iced tea. Went outside and felt the breeze.
Alright, man, for that first track right there, that is definitely something different from what I thought we were going to receive, because Yellow, like, I'm just basing everything on what I've heard off of Yellow. I'm thinking, like I said, he was going to go in a new direction, but that was definitely some boom bap, or as I like to say, boom pap. A lot of y'all get mad about that, and I love getting y'all mad, so boom pap. That definitely sounded like some whole hard, gritty shit from Rich Brian. I know Rich Brian can rap. Like I said, he has the voice for it. The man's voice is deep as fuck. But not everybody is blessed with a Barry White voice. Like, let alone an Asian. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a whole lot of family members Asian. They don't sound like Rich Chigga or Rich Brian. Excuse me. But that first track, I love the second transition too, man. Like, I'm feeling like he getting a lot of soul into him. Yeah, it's probably been listening to some 80s ass, 70s ass music, but lately you had to, because you found like you got some soul. You found some soul within you. Track 2, Rapapa Papa, featuring RZA or RZA, however y'all want to say it.
Two-faced bitches pop out when it's dark. I ain't finna waste time. If I don't, better spark on sight. That pussy gon' make you want fight. Gotta go wipe it up. That pussy gon' bite. Yeah. Could've been involved and felt important about yourself, but true. Had to rock the boat and
you know what just hit me? He said rapapapa. I guess that's the gun. I was like, because I was wondering what actual rapapapa was, but he put it in context.
And pa 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 pa. She older than me, but she call me da 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 da. Missy Elliott flow going hit like ra ta ta ta.
Missy Elliott flow going. I don't. Ra ta 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 ta. I had to get that. I was like, what do you mean by Missy Elliott flow, bro? Okay.
Rich Brian was born to be rich, with talents and balance, and the ability to face life challenges. Represent the modern day kung fu. Perform inside a vocal booth. Keep shining. Keep supplying.
And you know what's mind blowing, man? Just for him to get RZA on the track, bro. Like RZA, RZA, however y'all want to say it. But just for him to get RZA on the track, that's iconic. And it's also very stereotypical, and it's funny as fuck, because the one thing that was going through my head from the start of the track was just of the Dave Chappelle skit. I know y'all probably don't like watch Dave Chappelle, but remember the Dave Chappelle skit when we had the racial draft, and then the Asians took Wu-Tang Clan, we drafted Wu-Tang Clan. So I just think it's pretty cool, man. Like, Asians do love some Wu-Tang. I don't know what it is, but Asians love Wu-Tang Clan. I don't know why. It's just kind of is what it is. I mean, every time I go to a noodle restaurant, there's always, or when I'm getting pho, there's always just Wu-Tang playing. Just Wu-Tang and low lights. And that's also adding to more of the stereotype, because dim lights, eyes low, you know. Anyways, man, a great track from Rich Brian, man. I love the monologue we got at the end from RZA, man. Just kind of a motivational speaker at the end. I guess ra-pa-pa-pa is an onomatopoeia. I guess you could say that. Or, but I did love how he said, I got that Missy Elliott flow. Because Missy Elliott, the song, ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. So I think that was very creative, man. These first two tracks have been rap tracks. But then we get to Yellow. Yellow was a track I already listened to. I'll put in the description below if y'all want to watch that video. But Yellow was a track I listened to where I felt like it was going to be some very experimental shit just because of that. That was a different sound from Rich Brian. He was singing a lot in that track. And I was kind of just like, you know what? Maybe, you know, what? I think there was auto-tune as well if I remember correctly. But it's just like, yo, like, this is something I haven't heard from Rich. And as he was going on, you know, more in depth in the track even towards the end, it was just like, yo, like, you may have something here with the classical instruments playing and shit. You had the violin, and it was just like, it just sounded so peaceful. I thought we were going in that direction, but apparently we got first two rap tracks. So we still got a couple more tracks left, man. But I don't want to judge too far. I need to stop talking. Let me just listen to this. Track 4 is Kids. That's the one you guys wanted to listen to. A lot of y'all asked me to listen to it. It was the second single that released. I did not listen to it. I waited for the album. So here we go.
I'm putting numbers on the board, I'm blowing more digits. I haven't started, man, these are just the before pictures. Shout out my parents, my mother gave birth to 4 winners.
That ain't going again, baby. But y'all hear, I tell y'all, the classical sounds cannot be defeated, bro.
To be the kid, now the kids wanna be me. Tripping by my future like way before there was cameras. Hella plans on my calendar before I went all professional.
Well, what done got into you, boy? What done got into you? Woo, boy, this shit give me little Jay-Z little Jay-Z sounds to it with a, what more can I say? That's the type of feeling I'm getting right now.
I'm the king of a continent. These rappers trying to make the trending topic. Why the state of music going south, but I don't
hear that shit.
Man, I can't see the finish line. Fall back. I ain't fucking around this time. The guy know he created a
straight from Indo, because he's from Indonesia. Then he came back the next line and it references towards marijuana. I see you, Rich. I think it's amazing, man. Just like I said, the growth of the album. It's like, it's crazy to really think about, man, that Rich Brian is the 18-year-old kid that lived off this one-hit wonder and a very trap generic sound. That's what it, I ain't gonna lie, the beat was fire. I just thought about it. I got the pink shirt on. I did not do this on purpose. I just wanted to wear the Doe's shirt, but damn, I just thought about it. He had the pink on and that shit too. It kind of, you know, a little coincidence right there. I did not do this on purpose. I'm telling y'all right now. I just had to think about that. But I love how this track right here, he said, the kid's going to be listening to me in a few years. And you think about it, man, like, Rich Brian is very young. Like, he has a lot of life left in his music shit. And as long as he kind of just changes it up and gives us something refreshing and something brand new, it's just never going to get old. He has enough fans, you know, to carry on his music. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he releases something, it's going to get that buzz just because he has a solid fan base. And it's not like the man couldn't rap. I never thought that he was going to be a one-hit wonder, especially when I listened to his last album. I just knew that he just has to find his sound, what he wants to do, where he's going to fit in. And also, his name still has to get out there. A lot of people still don't know about Rich Brian. I was listening when I was doing my Twitter shit. A lot of people were just like, don't listen to the Rich Brian. They said save that for last. And they were telling me to listen to other artists such as YBN, and no disrespect to YBN, or Chance the Rapper. Rick Ross and Drake released a track. So it's kind of just like he was put under the rug. And it's crazy because this sounds amazing as fuck. Why would people sweep this under the rug? Because I tell y'all right now, listen to a couple of those selections, and track 5, Drive Safe.
Left out from the back, you gotta go. Roll 5 years from now, will this even matter? You hope
right
you
here.
don't know where to go. Cause fuck all the good times, it's a past tense. Did from the sunset, I'm trying hard to stop the rain. Cause now a couple laughs and then I'm out the picture of sundown. This ain't the time to cry, we don't have much time.
What do you think it is? Carl Thomas, nigga? I don't know how many times I gotta repeat myself. I keep telling y'all, but hey, look, classical sounds is undefeated. When you get some motherfucking pianos going, you get the percussion going, you get some brass instruments in there, like it's going. People are going to kind of just listen to it. Like there's a reason why Beethoven and Frank Sinatra and all them cats from back in the day. It's a reason why all that shit, Earth, Wind, and Fire, all that shit still lasts. It's timeless. You got different generations jamming out to that shit because that sound is literally pure. I don't know what it is about the human ear that picks up on that, but it's just so graceful. It sounds soothing. And this was probably the chill track that we got next to Yellow because all the tracks have been very boom pat. And I see where Rich Brian is going here because he said he wants to make something new. He wants to make something refreshing that's going to get people going, that's going to get people listening. And he's doing exactly that. And that track right there, man, that's definitely something that I can just like. This is definitely one of those albums in terms for Rich Brian. This is one of those albums where you have to be in a different setting. You can't listen to this while you're going to go party. Well, so far. You can't listen while you're going to go party so far. You kind of got to just listen. You got to sit back. You know, have a little Henny on the rocks, you know, kind of just sit there and, you know, let it rain and let that shit just kind of just hit you and listen to everything that this man Rich Brian has to say. I think that's what you really have to do with this album from what I'm getting at it so far. Track 6, Confetti.
On that green, man, I got the acid in me. Doing shit without thinking, hoping God forgive me. You too toxic. If you listen, then congrats, you just discovered fire. I looked at the clock, guess what, little bitch, it's time to die. Got that rum up in my system, 4-5 proof, that shit is so hits. And he want problem, I'ma throw fist and
That's a no. No. Stay away from that, Rich. Alright? Stay the fuck away from that shit. I ain't gonna say nothing bad. We straight, that's how we go, straight, nah. Track 7, Vacant. Like some Jungle Book shit.
I forgot how peace feels. If you like that memory so much that you should keep it. He's the one you call that when you lonely on the weekends. He's the one that broke your heart into those little pieces. Down when you felt like you lost it all. How you say that I seem disconnected every time we talk. Can't you see I try my best and you just putting up your walls. Hold up.
I love how he had the, you know, the simple tap on the bongos, the boom 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 boom. You gotta play the bongos with your palm right here. If y'all never played the bongos, you play with your palm. But I love how he got the little tap like boom boom boom, and it sounded like a little jungle sound. Had a little jungle sound, very subtle. Rich Brian right there talking about a track, talking about a girl right there, and I think we can all relate to that. Where you know a girl has been previously hurt, or even a boy can been previously hurt, and you gotta kind of just pick up the pieces. You kind of gotta be the one to kind of just take the backlash and take the aftermath of what her previous relationship was, and it's kind of just like, damn, like why do I have to, after everything I'm doing so good and me putting so much effort and trying, you acting like I'm the bad guy. So I kind of feel like right there where Rich Brian was kind of reflecting on that. And I loved his vocals towards the end of the track where, you know, well, I don't think that was him, but if that was him, I'm fucking with that. That track right there, definitely one of my playlists. And before I go, man, let me put because I haven't updated this on my Apple Music play. What did I just say? I haven't updated this on my Apple Music playlist, but I'm going to put Yellow, Kids, and what's the other one that I'm gonna put on there? And Drive Safe. Drive Safe is definitely going on the playlist. Damn. So far we got one bad track on here. One straight dumpster. That's all we had. We had one bad one. And I tell you, just don't do that again. I did not expect this to be a straight 12 Strongs of Fire. But like, no, don't ever do Confetti ever again. We're gonna skip that. I'm gonna give you a pass on that. Track 8, No Worries.
Ways to stop the bleeding. I get what I deserve. Yeah, wanna do this shit, it wasn't nothing accidental. Ay, this shit got so boring, had to switch sick of seeing people run. Fuck about no budget, bitch, I'm up and coming, and this shit ain't up for no discussion. No, I never cover basic, only fuck, I'm on occasion, shit don't ever.
Tired of these 2-minute tracks, man. I can't tell you how much I just hate 2-minute tracks, bro, because it's like a big dick tease, bro. Like give us a complete track, man. Don't bullshit with us that, because I feel like the last 3 tracks have been 2 minutes long, and the first like 5 tracks were all like full length 4-minute, 45-minute tracks. So why cut it short now? Towards that's probably the only thing I can complain about right now, other than Confetti. The tracks are really just too short. 100 Degrees though, man. That's that shit right there. Like you did at the beginning, you were just chill with it. And he said, "Nah, this shit getting boring. Let me dun 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 dun." I was like, yo, that nigga riffing that shit. He flowing on that bit. Track 10, Slow Down Turbo.
This ain't horizontal, why you looking at me sideways? Told the van you pay me stars, I'm feeling like Beyonce. I would never quit, I was when the jacket on me, I love when it's cold out. Ass so fully loaded weapon, I just give you digger. Why do you keep asking for a present? I can't answer the vision, never giving no more credit. Send my credit card, they set up, send my money through the
Stop it,
50 bands, been on roll like Fiji days. I got songs and sell shows like my fucking name, Billy Mays. These hoes all around.
Who the fuck is Billy Macy? And then comes back to where the beginning of the track was. Okay, I like that. I love the different flows he had on that track, man. There was 3 transitions in that track. Usually people have 2 transitions, but when you give them with the third one, because everybody's usually shocked, or they're kind of just like, oh, a transition in the middle of a track. But when you hit them with the third one, no one's ever expecting the third one. Track 11, Curious.
Imagine if there was no Drake. Imagine if there was no Wayne. Will rappers be garbage? Will people be rapping? Will everyone still sound the same? And her friends are wild whack. I asked why she being cold to me, and she said she don't like guys like me. You mean smart and funny and has a big dick. And I went from good wine to seeing tears in my mom's eyes. I don't blame her though. She used to feed me, now I live alone.
You know what this track reminds me of? With the bloop, bloop, bloop. It reminds me of Drive Slow from Late Registration. And I meant to say this in another track that he had, that it sounded a lot like, I think it was in Kids, where it sounded a lot like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I definitely hear a lot of Kanye influence in here. I know, I mean, that can be said about anybody because Kanye is one of the greats, but I definitely hear a hard Kanye influence, and like this sounds like a track that would actually could be on Late Registration. Get in the comments below, let me know if you feel the same way.
I think I'm meant to be. Put a kid with a dream in a room full of books. He gon' read even though none of it's understood. Ay, shouts out to the one.
It sounded like he was also using a little gaming sample in there as well. I'm surprised that, with Rich Chigga being Asian and we're stereotyped to just love games so much because we are usually the creator of many games. But I'm surprised that a lot of, Rich Chigga's content isn't like anime or isn't, any type of gaming system or anything of that culture. It's just like nerd culture. It's just really shocking that he's just really not your typical Asian. Or maybe it's just something I don't know. Because for a 20-year-old Asian kid, I would assume this motherfucker plays Smash. He probably mains Fox. He watches anime, just got finished with Attack on Titan and shit. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't see that from Rich Chigga at all. This man just out here making beautiful ass music, and he kind of just chill, got with the Barry White voice. He really isn't your typical Asian. But that track, Curious, man, like I said, a lot of Kanye Weston vibes. I feel like there's a lot of influence of Kanye in there, and you can definitely hear it. I love the experimentation. I mean, I can't really emphasize on that any more than I already have. I mean, it's just like he's definitely trying something new and it's working out. I always say that too. When you try something new, when you experiment, while experimentation does open up ears, it's not always going to be accepted, but it's definitely a high risk, high reward type thing. So I feel like right here with Rich Chigga going in this direction, man, it's kind of just like, it's very refreshing on what we're listening to right here. And for him, this is the next step in his career. And I think that now we got the last track here, but I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm just very happy that there's growth, And the last track is Where Does Time Go? Featuring my guy Joji. Yeah, I still gotta listen to Filthy Frank, man. Hey, 3,000 likes on the video. I'm listening to Filthy Frank. I just really need to, but I'm not gonna do it unless y'all really want me to, because I heard that bitch is like 40 tracks. It was 40 tracks. And he's the pink guy. Holy shit, he's the pink guy. No coincidence, I promise you, he's the pink guy.
What you ask of me, I'm
more. I pull up in a red Corvette, better get suit up, ready for more sex. Looking at toilet, love for your full up, it ain't no contest, but just a losing. And part of me wants to be good, but part of me wants to go outside and fuck these hoes.
I was not expecting him to say "fuck these hoes." I said, like, what? What did that nigga just say? What?
Be what you wanna be in. You can see what.
Man, that track right there with Joji, I definitely expected it to be some like R.I.P. Trippie Redd type shit, but it was very cool. I love the sounds of the guitar just kind of just in the background, and Joji just giving him the background vocals and letting Rich Brian shine on his own track. The album was very balanced. The album was very balanced, from start to finish. For it only to be 12 tracks, I definitely love how polished it is. You can definitely see why it was 12 tracks. For each track, I felt like he really just took his time with it, and you could tell with all the instruments playing, with all the layers of sounds, the transitions. It was just a very well polished album. There's going to be a couple tracks on here that I feel like after some time I will not like, but for the most part I know I'm vibing with 8 to 9 tracks on here for sure. There's only one track on here that I truly didn't like, and I believe that was Confetti. I think that's the name of it, where I kind of just was like, what is that sound? What are you trying? Maybe it might get to you guys that love that trap sound, that hype shit, but for me, I like hype shit, but not like that. That was definitely a skip for me. It was a hell no. It was a straight dumpster juice, and like I said, I'm honest with myself. As much as I'm a fan of artists, if some shit is dumpster, I'm gonna say it. I have no reason to hold my tongue. But amazing album from Rich Chigga, man. 11 out of 12 tracks. You want to be known in music, you just don't want to be that one-hit wonder, and I feel you on that. And the crazy part about this whole thing is you are only 20 to 21 years old. I don't know your exact age, but I know you can't be over the age of 21. Like, not yet. I may be wrong, but get in the comment box below, let me know if I'm wrong. But just for you to put this together, I don't know if you produced it yourself or you had the help of the crew, but just for you to and to not have that many features on here either. And I wouldn't even count RZA or RZA as a feature just because he only had a outro. It wasn't really him just there. Joji was probably the only one on here that was really a feature. So you kind of and Beckon. So you did your own thing by yourself, carrying tunes by yourself. I like how you put the singing in there as well, trying to add a new element to your music. People are going to listen to this, and they may not like it after the first listen, but after a couple of listens, people will fuck with this, because it's kind of me with To Pimp a Butterfly. And I'm not gonna say that this is on the equivalent to Pimp a Butterfly, because that was some whole different shit, and it was just a right timing for Kendrick Lamar to release the album, especially with all the racism going on and the controversy going on throughout America. The album just fit during that time, and that's why it was so impactful. But this album right here is definitely one of those listens where you kind of got to just take a step back, be clear in your mind, sit by yourself and enjoy it. I also appreciate how you said in Kids that you want to make this is music for the kids. You're gonna be the artist that listen to it. Like, I remember 2-3 years ago I was just a kid, and now look at me now. I'm making music that all the kids want to listen to. You want to make some shit that's going to last forever, or you're gonna last like a lifetime. So we're gonna keep it like that, man. Get in the comment box below, man. Let me know what was your favorite track from the album. Let me know what you feel about Rich Chigga and his evolution. If you like the rap Rich Chigga, comment. And if you like the singing Rich Chigga, I feel like Rich Chigga, he's definitely well on his way, and if he keeps this up, he will be a household name in rap, and people will be here to listen. I know a lot of people are kind of just sleeping on him now, but don't sleep, man. This man made a great album, a beautiful album, and while a lot of songs may not be for everybody, and that's another thing too, the type of music when you go into this shit, when you start going into the classical sounds, or you're getting very indie, or you're just doing the shit that's outside of the norm, that's when you kind of just lose your fan base, or you kind of just have your fan base and you build upon that. You build your cult, you build your following, because not a lot of people is going to like this shit. Not a lot of people like classical sounds. Everybody wants to listen to some trap shit. They want to have fun with it. So with that being said, man, get in the comment box below. Let me know what you feel. Let me know what was your favorite track. And like always, don't forget to follow me on social media, what you want to hear. Get the video to 3,000 likes. Every time you get the video to 3,000 likes, I will put a new vinyl on the wall so you guys complain about my background. And until the next time, this has been your boy Dev. Like always, we are out. Peace.